Okay. This is just a bizarre setup. Gonna tweet about it here real quick because we need some people in here to help test this out, and then we'll, I'll get into this fucking ridiculous setup. Let's see, type this .TV / bonerosity. Okay. So, this is a webcam mic. I've got another mic that I can set up and try to see if this other mic is going to be any better, but I bet it's not, because I mean it's a proper microphone, so it's going to want you to be kind of in front of it. This is not. That's not going to do anything. The mic's up there. So I might switch to this at some point and kind of just see how it sounds. Maybe put it on a mic stand or something. Who can say? Okay. So I guess that's my question: is how's it sound? Is this, if I talk like at a regular volume, is it still okay? Is this like, hey, I don't need to yell at it? Meter seems like it's bouncing pretty good for a webcam mic. This Brio, finally good for something. No, I mean, the Brio's actually been quite good. It's the camera I've been using inside for a good long time. Oh yeah, sorry. That's the so the reason it says justified is because that's the name of this PC that I have here, and I have multiple PCs using NDI now, and I just wanted to make sure that the right sources were going to the right places. It's okay. We need to get out of that remote desktop and get into this other remote desktop. That sounds kind of echoey. Whatever, it's probably fine. So let's go. Okay, which OBS instance do I need to go to turn this off? Here it is. Okay. Okay. So. Okay, here's what I've done. I got this PC. It's this Alienware that I got back in July when we were buying stuff for better home streaming stuff. I haven't really found a good way to integrate it into my setup until I realized, oh, that thing has fucking Wi-Fi on it, which I don't have another desktop here that has Wi-Fi on it. So so I've had to use this MacBook here to try to run the stream, and it's a fucking MacBook. It can't fucking run the fucking stream. So that's why a lot of those streams have looked and run like dog shit, and all the AV sync, I'm sure, is right in line with all of that stuff as well. So I was like, I've got this computer here. Oh, right, it's got Wi-Fi, but I haven't moved network stuff. So I originally I was like, oh, I need to move my whole network rack out here and set up stuff and do it right. I was like, oh, wait, this thing's got Wi-Fi, so and this is where it maybe gets a little dumb. I probably could just be using this PC, and I probably could have brought a mouse and a keyboard out here, and I probably could have bought a shitty HDMI screen to plug into it, but I didn't have that. I didn't have a good handy monitor for it. So I was like, okay, let's just set it up to accept remote desktop connections, and I will just remote into it from the MacBook to do all the stuff I need to do to make it work. that could be it. That could be the end of the story. That could be the end of the tech journey here. But then I said, you know what? Let's just go one step even further. I've already got all my credentials entered on another OBS instance down on my server machine at the other end of the house. So instead of having this Wi-Fi machine push out directly to the internet, what if we just have it send locally, and we have it push this video and audio out of this OBS instance over NDI into the other OBS instance that I use to actually do all the streaming. And that one is, that's a hard line. That's a proper goddamn cable that plugs into the internet. Thinking like, okay, that'll give me like a little more speed or something. So that maybe is a little more elaborate than it needs to be. I can't tell. I can't tell if that's an unnecessary step or not, but it was at least a fun step. And it's one that I already have configured because I actually use NDI to bounce from my main PC to that server machine to run streams. So I'm kind of already doing that. Where are we going to install the hot tub? So I'm thinking like, I can't really see the stream with it like this. Okay, so if I go back to the remote window, go back to this machine, it's not too delayed. Actually, this is fucking pretty good for video traveling from here down there. No, I'm sorry. I'm actually remoted directly into that machine there. So from a remote connection of two Wi-Fi machines that's going to the other end of the house and back, in a room, this garage has had piss shit Wi-Fi. That's a word. Look it up. This is actually working really well. I'm gonna clap test. Sure. I don't know. Is there gonna? Let's test some AV sync. Hopefully, it's just right on. I don't know. It's the same device for video and audio, so I would hope that the webcam could do its thing. And I guess I can. I don't know. I mean, I can remote back into this machine if I need to see if I'm properly on camera, I guess, because I don't really have a good sense of the bounds of what we're even really looking at here. So, the camera used to be mounted here pointing this way, and now you're up here by the door and right next to the button that I use to open the garage door and all that sort of shit. When am I building a studio in the garage? It's a great question. I don't know. We're trying to do a lot. I'm sure there's a lot going on right now. So my wife's pregnant. This is a 3-bedroom house. We've outgrown the house. We're trying to. We're looking at moving and moving somewhere else to get into a different place. So the speed with which that happens may make my initial plan here obsolete of trying to get this studio ready. That's an insane process, and to take it all on while everything else is happening is maybe no, you know what? I mean, it's got to get done, right? So it's yeah. So we've outgrown this home with another baby on the way, and I felt some pretty good kicks today. In there kicking that kid. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I don't know what's going to happen here. So initially it was like, okay, we got to get an electrician out here because I need to run a dedicated circuit because I'm going to have lights and I'm going to have like 3 fucking PCs out here and all this other stuff, and I need to clear this whole area. You can't really see. Here, hang on. Let me. House prices are nuts right now. See, that's the house prices are nuts right now thing kind of works on both ends because the bank owns a bunch of it, but I bought this place in 2005. So ideally we're getting nuts house prices on one end and then on the other. I don't fucking know how this shit works, man. hoping for the best. And that was the other thing, is it got hot over the last couple of weeks, and it gets up to like 90 degrees in this garage, and you know, running multiple PCs and all this other stuff, and you know, I'd move out like an OLED and probably like a home theater setup and all this other stuff. You know, the amount of things that would be running in this room in this garage would only heat it up further, and I don't know. We're gonna try and make all that stuff happen, and we'll see how it all goes. Because it's an elaborate process. As I went through it a long time ago, and I feel very lucky to have been in that position back then. You know, I basically took every dime I had saved up from my entire working career up to that point, and put it into a down payment on this place, and then was like broke for a while, and then the housing market crashed right after that, and I was like, oh no, I have made a horrible mistake. But you know, it is since recovered, and I don't know how the fuck that shit works. I don't know. So over the years, I've spent money paying this place off, and ideally that's a chunk of money that you could move into a new place where, so, you know, see how all that goes. Anyway, so that has kind of redirected some of the efforts around getting this place clean for the purposes of putting a studio in here, and now it's more like, okay, well, this place needs to get clean one way or the other, because either we're putting a studio in here, or we're moving it all out and putting it somewhere else. So the effort's not wasted, I guess, either way. Is my point. That's my point. Asked Dan for house advice. Dan was like, he was going to dig. Yeah, I don't know. Dan's place, you know, it seems like he's got a real big basement. That's cool. There are no basements out here, so it's kind of not, you know, there's no such thing as a West Coast basement. And it's a shame, because, man, wouldn't that be perfect for building a weird little studio out of? Anyway, you know, whatever. I mean, that's, you know, that's all for another garage, or for you know, another office space, or what, you know, I don't know, whatever. Figure something out. Paint the baby's room green and green screen the baby. Yeah, no, that's, yeah, just turn my children's rooms into studio space. That sounds like a great idea. So shit, I don't know. I'm still, you know, kind of chipping away at some of the same stuff. Also, and you know, this is, I fucked up my back somehow. I don't know. And so for the past few days, I've been just like hobbling around the house, just going like, ah, fuck, and not being able to move anything around, really. So this is the bin we've been putting things in for a while now. If you remember from last time, the old Dead Space 3 chill out with ping thing. I think probably what I should do here for a camera laptop perspective here is I should probably put this laptop over there. I think this extension cord will definitely reach. It's just it got under a lot of stuff, and well, let's see. Let's try and run this way. This is a really bad way to do this. Okay, move this over to here. Drop that. Oh, this cable came out. We'll set this here, this laptop. We'll plug this USB back into the power brick. And now this is like a proper web show. Now I'm like standing at a podium. I mean, it's an old slot machine, but you know, it's podium-esque. But now this laptop screen is kind of in the way a little bit, huh? Maybe I can drop it down. Okay? This is a box of bags. It looks like, and there's one bag in here that's pretty awesome. I've got another. Is that all the bags over there? Is this the bag of bags? I've got a lot of bags. I'll turn this camera for a sec here, so you get a look at kind of the rest of the room here. Up there in the corner, all the way back by the door, there, I think is a bunch of bags, a bunch of branded bags. See, now this is too low. Now I don't like this. This is too low. This is a bad camera shot. I don't like. This, I think, was a GameSpot bag at some point, but the sticker came off. This was used because it's got pens in it. TV.com pen from your friends at TV.com. And a couple of Sharpie. No, one Sharpie. And two Sharpies. Two Sharpies. Save these pens. You know what? I never have pens anymore, because who's writing? It's 2021. You got a phone. But sometimes I got to write shit. And, boy, sometimes there is just a mad dash for like, where the fuck did I put that pen? Oh, okay, yeah. This was definitely used, because it's full of my business cards. Oh, this is, okay. Senior editor. This was, okay, yeah. So this was an era when the GameSpot network of sites included GameSpot Tracks, GameSpot DLX, GameRankings.com, GameFAQs, and Wireless Gaming Review. This is the back of the card. And then we did Japanese on these cards. The editors that went to Japan a fair amount, we went and we did tried to do. Is that going to focus? Yeah. We tried to do, you know, Japanese on the cards. I can't see chat when I'm like this. Let's, but I guess I can tab back. Okay, there we go. You'd forgotten about Game Rankings. Does it still exist? I think they shuttered Game Rankings last year. It might just redirect to Metacritic now. I'm getting rid of this bag. Because the branding has fallen off of it, and why keep it at that point? Okay, next bag. This appears to be a blue duffel bag of some kind. Oh, here we go. Let's see, now I gotta, okay. Ray's laptop now won't be in the way anymore. I can't because I don't have a box for it. Oh, because I turned the shot. Right, of course. That's what you mean. Yeah. Fighter's Edge, the Capcom loyalty program, where if you bought a bunch of fighting games and sent them like the corner of the manuals or something like that, they would send you a duffel bag if you so desired. Okay. Oh, this is full of weird shit. Oh, this is from like there's some hoodlum, like, oh, okay, so here's a Gears of War bag. Probably Gears 1. Well, I guess now we know, yes. It has Gears of War #1, the comic book. Great, more comic books. Put up my Honeymooners comics. And this is some kind of sealed Gears book. What's got the... Okay, that's a little reflective there, so... What's got Marcus Phoenix on it? In Hell's darkest chamber, immortality awaits. 3-disc set for Hell in a Cell on the back of this Gears comic. Real cool. How much of this stuff was I given at events and how much was sent to the office? I could see this coming from an event. This could be like, hey, we went to go play Gears. In fact, I went to go play Gears and interviewed Cliff. That was Giant Bomb era when I went and played Gears and interviewed Cliff. I think that was Gears 2. Right? I don't know. Time, right? Red Book is a Gears 2 art book. Okay, well maybe that's all Gears 2 shit then. This is a, so that bag, that bag has stuff in it, which makes it kind of weird, because you want to keep it all together. So maybe I'll put that in the memorabilia box over there and not with the rest of the bags. This is a great backpack. It's not really, I don't know, it's not really a great backpack, but tab over to make sure I line up. I can't just tab because I got to tab and then click back into the remote desktop. What if I got an NDI viewer? I wonder if I could just pull the NDI down to multiple sources. This is a fucking Virtua Fighter 5 backpack. Right? Right? Holy shit, right? They should make, what if they made another Virtua Fighter? That would be cool. Yeah, so that's awesome. And then there's just a bunch of other weird stuff in here. Like, here's the wrapper from some men's performance socks. Why would that? Hip case for iPhone. Very hip. Stylish and durable leather case for iPhone. This is probably like iPhone 3G or something, right? Did I buy this? I wouldn't have bought this. It's a hip case for a... I don't know. Unopened. I don't know where this would have come from. Throwing it away. This is a big Sharpie. This is like a Sharpie, but what if it was big for when you really would just want to get up? That still works. It's a statute of limitations on graffiti crimes at the LA Convention Center. Asking for a friend. This is, yeah, okay. I bought some in chroma glasses a while back, which are those colorblind glasses. Did not, they were okay. I don't know. This is one of these things. Where did this is like the leg to something. I think I threw away the other one, though. Ah, some green gas. Oh, this is empty, though. Is this empty? Superpower green gas for airsoft guns. This is all in English, so I must have... I did finally find a place. There was one gun store around here that sold green gas for airsoft guns. And this must have come from there. But it's empty. So... Whoops. That garbage box is almost empty as well. For your good blowback guns. Yeah, for my... they're up there. I got the tracer kit for one of them. I got a tracer for the MP5 also, which is kind of cool. There's a line filter for when you get DSL. So, God, if I had to get DSL again, I would die. Here's an incredibly cool hat. I think I just bought this. This isn't video game shit. This is just some life shit. Everything in here smells like solvent. Everything in this bag smells like solvent. And I don't really know why. Doesn't seem to be any bugs in it. Bucket hats are back! This is a little small. This has a little, it's a little small. But that's, you kind of want that, right? You want to like, you kind of, it's a large. Now my head smells like solvent. We're going to go ride the No Limit tank now. Who's with me? I'm getting lightheaded. All right. Whew. That's just a good hat. I got to say, that's, oh, costume box. Costume box, of course. That's why it's there. Here's a, oh, Jesus. E3 2006, GameSpot Shoot to Win Yaris. They had some kind of contest where you could win a Yaris. You could win a Yaris, and they had all these balls at the booth for winning a Yaris. They would not let us try to win the Yaris. It was a drawing. I don't think it says shoot to win, but I don't think you shot stuff. I think you just filled out a form. I don't know. I forget. Yeah, yeah. This was, I guess, 2006 was probably the year that they had the car in the booth on the show floor, and it was just like, God, whatever. You know, like, hey, people were trying. The marketing team was trying to get people to come to the booth. But that's the thing, is like, why do you want people to come to the booth at a trade show? It's a trade show. Like, the public's not there. You're not trying to, like, who cares if an E3 attendee wins a Yaris? Like, is that building a brand? Is that building the GameSpot brand? I almost said stop. Is that building the GameSpot brand by giving away a car at a trade show that's not open to the public? Everyone at that trade show knows what the fuck a GameSpot is. It's GameSpot, and it's 2006. So, yeah, that's one of those things we just look at and go like, I don't, you know. But they probably also bought a bunch of ads on the website and all this other stuff too for Yaris, right? So I'm sure money was made somewhere by someone. This is a phone cable for plugging in a phone. This is a USB cable. It's good that it's got these rings. You really want to filter this stuff. This is like, what is this? This is the one that you plug into a PS3 controller. This is not a, is this a mini and the other one's a micro? Is that what it is? I just thought I was going to need one of these because instead of this Wave 3, I was going to grab my Yeti and it uses this. That's a cable. I got a cable box over here. But the toy box has gotten on top of it a little bit. Ah! You're not the boss of me, stroller. Okay. All right, this big fat Sharpie has to, we're going to try and, oh yeah, that still writes. That still writes. That still writes. That Sharpie is probably also from about 2006. Here's an Ethernet cable. You probably don't keep old Ethernet cable, right? Because it's not fast enough anymore, right? That's right, right? Like this is, oh well, you know, what is this? It says it's Cat 5e. That's still good, right? A little bit of that Cat 5e. This is still okay. It's one of the tabs is broken off here. I'm just going to get rid of this because I'm going to rely on that someday and it's going to fail me. And I'm better off just using one of the other several cables. There's another USB cable. Same deal. One of those mini, small. Okay. Oh, here's oh yeah, here's this. Another line noise filter. A sealed Ethernet cable of some kind, much shorter than the other ones.
We'll throw this one in the cable box because it's nice and clean. Here's my badge. I think this is from when we came back. I think this is from when we came back and not my last GameSpot badge. But when we came back, they used the same pictures. They used the same pictures that we had from, I don't know, 04 or whenever it was that we took all our pictures. It was pretty funny. The day we came back and the security guy said like, oh, you don't need to take new pictures. We've got them. And just handed us the same fucking badges back. I was like, oh, right. These are very old photos. This is a wiring harness for a car stereo. This is probably the wiring. Yeah, this is the wiring harness for my Mustang, which I have not owned in a very long time. When I put that, I got a Kenwood Z919, which is one of the first car stereos that would play MP3 CDs, and it's fucking cool as shit. Yeah, Kenwood. Okay, yeah. So this is the wiring harness for that Z919. I wonder if I should keep this because I still have that car stereo, or should I throw it all away because it's a fucking car stereo. It has cool dolphins on it. The display is actually really cool. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay. I guess this is technically, the GameSpot E306 Shoot to Win Booth 3001 West Hall. I guess that's technically video game memorabilia. And it goes in this bin thusly. And now we got another box to play with. Another empty box. Which is always handy. And in short supply out here. Dolphins rule. You're right. Dolphins do rule. It had like 4 different little visualizers, but one was just a little swimming dolphin. And this is good shit. This is good shit. Okay, let's tab over and see if I'm actually, am I on camera if I'm over here. Sort of. All right. Let's see. Got some magazines here. I guess I'll put these in the magazine box over here. This is the last released issue of Blaster, which was the magazine I worked for in '94. February '95 is what this one was built. So late '94, I guess, early '95. Burn your own CD-ROM. See, and then she's got a blowtorch. The 100 best vid games of all time. I didn't write the cover copy. That's still sealed, baby. And then we got a few issues of... I'll see if I can find an open one. I don't know if I have any open issues of that around here. Here's the January 1999 issue of Section M, which was a local music news rag. I don't know. It's got a little tin frog on the front. Logan Whitehurst there. Is this the one that I bought an ad in one of these once because I thought it'd be funny. Littleton Frog CD release party at the Close Zone on Summerfield Road with Tsunami Bomb, Floppias, and Orisha. Okay. Was this 95, 99? Okay, so 99. I would have been out of headboard at that point. I guess the other group would have started up by that point. But I don't know. I feel like I only would have kept these if I was mentioned in them somewhere. Because that's, you know. Little Tin Frog does rule. I mean, they all played in headboard in one form or another. Logan definitely played drums on a few shows. Christine was our first singer, and Owen played guitar for us for a long time. And that band fucking rules, man. They had no business slumming it with the likes of us. I'll tell you. They always seemed like the one band in the area to me that seemed like they really actually had their shit together, and I always felt that they should have been way bigger than they were. But you know, but also like I mean, Logan's solo stuff's fucking incredible. I remember, I don't know if Owen did a remix for me once. After all that, and it was good. And I don't know if Logan helped out with that. I don't remember if Logan helped out with that or not. I know Logan was around when we went over to Owen's to hear it. Just good people. What is this? Some sealed Hot Wheels cars? I don't. A bunch of unsealed Hot Wheels. Okay, we're just gonna put this in the toy box and think about it later. It's an empty Ziploc bag. I don't know. It's just a bunch of cars, man. I don't even know where any of this came from because my cars are somewhere else. My Hot Wheels are in a carrier. I kept my Hot Wheels nice, so I don't know where those would have come from. But we'll put them in the toy area, which that box is now just about full. This is the box that so when I won, so there was 2 tournaments. There were 2 NFL Blitz tournaments. There was the one at E3 that was for the arcade machine, and I won the arcade machine. That's inside. That's 20 feet that way. I guess the following year, the Dreamcast version was coming out, and they had another tournament and an event for that, and I won that too, and got a football-shaped trophy that I guess they got at Tiffany and Company. It's like this little crystal football thing. That's somewhere. It's not in this box. I kept the box. There was 2 parts. There was one that actually had my name like engraved on it, and all that shit. And then there was a tiny little crystal football, I think, too. A Tiffany football. What the fuck, right? So I want to keep this box. I don't know where it goes. I don't really have a place for it. Let's This is where it gets tricky because it's just like weird shit that I don't really have a place for right now. That like I know I need to keep for a variety of reasons, but like I don't really have a dedicated box for this video Walkman that plays Hi8 tapes, which is it's got a little screen, but also does video out. It's useful because I don't know if I have anything else that plays Hi8 tapes. And it takes just a regular camcorder battery, but I've got a stubby little power thing on it. So I need to keep this because I have tapes that I need to digitize, and once all that stuff is done, then I can free myself of some more of this stuff, but not until the tapes are digitized. Here's the manual for Quarantine, the video game. That's good. Drive that taxi. Here's a Krispy Kreme hat from when there were not a lot of Krispy Kremes around here, and you're like, let's get a hat! Now there's a Krispy Kreme in town and no one goes because who cares? It's just fucking donuts. And not even great donuts, really. I had a stack. Oh, you know what? It's in here. That's where this quarantine manual goes. Goes in this box of miscellaneous stuff that includes a bunch of manuals for games. Actual blast. Krispy Kreme's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Here's oh geez, yeah, fucking Pac Bell wireless. Here's a Nokia fucking 5190 faceplate. There's specific Bell wireless on it. Very cool to have the name of your wireless company on your phone face. This is someone I think I used to hang out with on IRC in the 90s. And I think he worked at a Del Taco. Well, I mean, that's pretty safe. Good that I have a fucking. I should start wearing this. What are we doing? What are we doing? That I'm not wearing this fucking Del Taco name tag that says Rock Team Leader. But yeah, I think dude's name was legit Rock. Shine this up, man. And turn sideways. You know. That's just fucking good shit. Put that over here on the good shit shelf. That's a t-shirt for the clothing bags. This is Giant Bomb merchandise that I bought and never opened in 2009. 12/15/2009. Well, we'll leave that sealed for posterity. Who knows which shirt it is. It's probably the very first one we did. It's probably just the logo shirt or something. You know, some proper fucking Cabology propaganda. You never know when you're going to need that. Is this the fucking Anarchy Online map? Or is it geographical map of Ruby Ka? Political map of Ruby Ka. Yeah, Anarchy Online was actually the first MMO I really got into. That's going to go in that box. Here is a folded up box for Pathfinder. What a cool game. Oh, this is some fun art. Pathfinder is a video game. You can look it up if you want. This is the box for it. I assume this is the version I got for the Atari home computer. But it doesn't seem to have any good stickers or anything on it. But yeah, that's clearly the Atari text on the back then. Pathfinder's pretty sweet. What is this? Vigilance platform destroyed. The Vigilance platform was destroyed yesterday in a terrorist assault. Security cartel officials announced today at least 800 people lost their lives in the incident. Thursday, September 1st, 2196. The so-called resistance movement has already claimed responsibility for the attack. The Kiev incident, so on and so forth, from the director's desk. This is from, this is Crusader. Probably, well, is this from the second one? Because it's got a Crusader 3 fake book here. Yeah, this is from your friends at Origin. Sparkle Juice, the safe and healthy sparkling beverage. You know that Sparkle Juice has 40% more nutritive value than organic fruit juices. But did you know that recent research shows that the preservatives in Sparkle Juice can actually reduce cellular deterioration from incidental radiation contamination by as much as 3.7%? Sparkle Juice not only does it keep you strong, it keeps you healthy. It's very cool. Crusader is very cool. And remember, Origin, a lot of Origin games and some Lucas games and stuff like that came with cool shit. This is Sega Booth 2000 is what this says on it. And this appears to be, it says Happy New Year. So if it says Happy New Year and it's the year 2000 at the Sega booth, I'm going to go ahead and guess that this is TGS. Or like an AM show or something like that, because it's Happy New Year. Sega Booth 2000. This would appear to be a picture of me and James Milkey in a photo booth, I believe. That looks like Milky. All right, hang on to those. Here's a pair of 3D glasses that came with Magic Carpet. Here's a Fleer 85 Greg Booker pitcher for the Padres, apparently, with weird scratches on the card. Or is that pen right? I don't know. We're throwing that card away. What do we got here? Here's a pin. Oh, here we go. This must have been from the truck tour. This must have been from the truck tour, he says. Is he? Combat continues, fall 96. Well, fall 96 would be 3. Right? No, because 3 was 95. I mean, these are like the ultimate. Maybe this is like a UMK3 promo item. Anyway, yeah, these are all the skeletons and stuff. I thought it was maybe from the MK4 truck tour, but maybe this is just like an E3 thing or something. Put that in my pin bag. I've got a pin bag for pins. Ah, bugs! Punched! Fuck, die! Fucker. Sometimes you just save dumb shit. This is a Jolt bottle. It's glass. Probably not even from the 80s, like the first 80s run of Jolt, really. Because that was just, they were doing the red cans. I don't even know if they did glass then. Bottled under the authority of the Jolt Company, Inc., Rochester, New York. The switch is on. I feel like they bring Jolt back every so often, but now everything is Jolt. So what the fuck is Jolt anymore? Well, yeah, when I was in junior high, I think is when Jolt first came out. And me and my friend Zach would get it. And we would get Jolt, and we'd get a bunch of other sodas, and we'd rent a bunch of movies, and then just stay up all night watching movies. All right, this box is getting hard to handle now, like that song. Because it's just got a computer in here now. And some other... This is actually video game memorabilia, if I remember right, but here's an unsharpened it's a big Star Trek The Next Generation pencil that I believe was done up for those 90s Next Generation games that Spectrum Holobyte did. Final Unity or whatever or the SNES game, the console game. So weirdly enough, this goes in here. This needs to have like a piece of paper with it explaining, like, I think Tom Byron did PR for Spectrum at the time and thought it would be a cool idea to have pencils. I think that's how that story went. This is just a coily phone cable. It's very fun. You don't see these anymore. And now it's going in the garbage. Here's a Battle Armor He-Man sticker. It's puffy. Here's a pack of 21 Jump Street cards that I appear to have opened. No, maybe not. No, yeah, okay, yeah, these got open. Time for fun. Fuck. Hey, time for fun. Stream starting. It's time for fun. Huggable Hoffs. Hansen and Hoffs. Fuller in charge. And the City Beat. The gum is not in here. This was apparently 59 cents at Fantasy Books and Games. Fantasy Books and Games. Where the fuck was that? And why was I buying Jump Street cards? $1.99 for an unopened pack nowadays? Okay, well, then I'm just going to throw all these away. This goes in my Johnny Depp memorabilia box. This is kind of cool. This is, I guess, just the box, and then maybe the instructions are in here for fast load, which if you had a Commodore 64, you needed fast load. It was a cartridge you put in that made games load faster, which is a really weird concept. But yeah. And yeah, Epic's put it out. Yeah, this is the one of the most. Did it work? Fuck yes, it worked. It absolutely worked. It because I guess the disk drives of a Commodore 64 have like fucking CPUs in them, or just they run code or whatever, and so this would like replace the code that was on the drive. It was just a cartridge you just plugged in. Like whether it fixed the protocol or like, yeah, I think you're saying fixed the serial communication protocol, whatever it was. It worked like you needed it. It was a must-own device. And some games wouldn't work with it, and you'd be like, I gotta take the cartridge out to make this work. Or you could disable it somehow. I think you'd hold a button down. Meredith Mansfield, Connors Communications, New York. Someone doing PR for something. Account executive. Don't know. This is a bunch of unused Post-it notes that can safely be thrown away. These are, now, if I understand correctly, these are supposedly cups taken from the set of Night After Night with Alan Havey. Or are these the cups from the Friends set? I don't remember. These are either from, it's from they did a Morning After Morning with Alan Havey sketch, and supposedly this is from that. And I forget how I came into them via Brendan, who got them somehow, as we were the only two people we knew that watched Night After Night with Alan Havey. The audience of one is an idea that I still want to steal someday. We'll shelf those from now. Did he steal those? Who can say? Who can say? Jeff Castaneda, Public Relations Manager, Rockstar Games. Yeah. Yeah, Jeff did PR at Rockstar. I think he's at, I don't know. He was at Samsung for a while. I don't actually know where he is now. I mean, he's on Twitter. He's doing stuff, but weird TV adapter. Floppy disk that says Power Ramp Setup Program. I forget what a Power Ramp is. Do you think this is the first time Night After Night has been referenced on Twitch? No, because we've streamed to Twitch a lot over the years. And I'm going to go ahead and say, at some point, we have talked about Night After Night with Alan Havey here. I'm throwing this floppy disk away. I don't know what's on it. My acoustic coupler is still in here. This is a gun for that Armored Core guy. What is it? What? Oh, right. So I don't remember why this happened, but so that goes in the toy thing. So GameSpot, it's a website. I don't know what it's about. Like a lot of other popular websites, we would use the name in different territories because even though it was the World Wide Web, there still used to be value in, and I guess there still is, in using the name in other territories. So there was like GameSpot UK, which was like owned and operated by the same company, but was a different team doing their own thing in ways that we usually found frustrating, but eventually, was fine. And then there were other ones that were like licensing deals, where I think there was a GameSpot Japan for a while that was another publishing company that was licensing the name and using it in Japan. IGN does this currently, still. GameSpot probably does too, I don't even know. But IGN, one of their regional affiliates was in the news recently. And I don't remember why this is, but we had some kind of fucking summit, or we just wore these at E3 one year because all the GameSpots could use the E3 booth. And so 1 year, this is probably E3, and 1 year at E3, they gave us these pins to, like it's the fucking UN. They're from the United States branch of GameSpot, otherwise known as GameSpot. I don't know. And so I think they just gave these to all the people. So if you saw someone in the booth, you would know, because there's a lot of people who didn't know each other, and you'd be like, "Who the fuck is this guy over here? He's been typing, he's trying to smoke in the booth." It's like, he's GameSpot France. Don't worry. And yeah, so they probably just gave everybody pins so you knew like, okay, this person is allowed to be in the booth. That's probably what that was. It's a pin, I guess, technically, so we'll put it in the pin bag. Ah! Power Ramp was an IBM-compatible programmable PC arcade stick, you say? Well, okay. Well, I just threw out that disc, so. All right, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stuff from this box and move it down to the lower box, because this box is almost empty, and oh man, okay, we're going to look at this though. Here's a cassette tape. It says Jimi Hendrix Midnight Lightning, and this is in my uncle's handwriting. He would give me tapes sometimes. Acoustic coupler will move down here. This thing. Here's another pin that we'll save. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's a fist or something for that Armored Core figure. That fell on my foot, so we'll do that. And we'll grab, this is a plastic sword that I forget. This is for Black Convoy, I think. That's some kind of, I don't know what that is. We'll throw that down there. Throw that down there. That's a sticker of some kind. We'll throw that down there. That's a token. All right, let's empty my hands here real quick. We got a few things here. A pin that says "Get Wired," as in Wired the magazine. I don't remember. I think I got that for subscribe. I think I got that for getting wired. This is a sword that I think goes to Black Convoy. Is it not audible? People were saying that the sound was fine. So I don't know. Is it bad maybe when I turn away from the microphone? Is that the problem? Talking into the room? Okay. Well, you tell that guy he can get it from Black Convoy. Okay. These pieces go here. The pin goes in the pin bag. Oh, almost missed. And then I've got a 10-minute calling value. A 10-minute calling value Sega calling card with this guy. I forget what this guy's name is. Sega Man. His name is Sega Gaga, I think. And this is a calling card for use on the Sprint network, everyone's favorite calling card network, right? That's you can still scratch that off and use that. We could probably make 10 minutes of phone calls, right? Is that going to work? Okay. Okay, this box is almost empty. What do we have here? Oh, it's another Zippo. This one's all, the case on this one is pretty rat fucked. Not by actual rats, just, that's the coolest CD case I've ever seen in my life. This is a Yo-yo that has a video game things on it. And then this is an Atari 800, a quality home computer, very dirty. This is probably my original one from a very long time ago. Had 2 cartridge ports, which nothing used the right cartridge slot. Very few things use the right cartridge slot. This is good shit right here. It's a quality computer. My first, I had an Atari 400 before this, was basically the same thing. My first computer, just a fantastic device. Also, this cable here is completely fucking shredded, so I don't know how I'm going to hook this up to anything, but hey. I don't even know where to put this, man. Let's set it over here on top of these other boxes because we're trying to get the box that's under it. Okay, we're throwing all this stuff in here. This is the key to some luggage, I think. And we found ourselves with another empty box, which is great. We'll set that there for now. So what do we have here? We have a Kobun. Here, I gotta see. I need to be able to see this. Yo-yo. There. Kind of cool. This is a great little CD holder. It's round, man, and it comes apart, and it's kind of bendy, but it comes apart. It comes apart. It comes apart. And you put a CD in it, and it's like this. It's cool. Just put one CD in here. If you want to give a CD to somebody and look cool doing it, this would be a way to do it. I should throw this away. Oh, I don't like that. This is a weird box with things in it that are way more recent than others. But also here's a roll of stickers for, I think the game, this says Soldiers of Fortune, but I'm pretty sure the game came out as Soldier of Fortune. And so they had a bunch of leftover stickers that they couldn't use, and so I obtained a roll of these from Spectrum Holobyte. These still stick, baby. That's actually kind of cool. Here's a short bungee cable. Crossplay, baby. Am I right? Here's the instruction manual for Mortal Kombat 2 for the SNES and Hook for the Sega CD. Oh, the Zippo. I didn't even open the fucking Zippo. So this has got some. This is a little munged up here. As you can see, it's a little grimy. And inside is a Resident Evil, is that legible? Resident Evil Code Veronica Zippo. You know, unused, because what the fuck am I going to do with a Zippo? But that's very cool. Yeah, I have a handful of Zippos from over the years that a lot of Japanese publishers seem to like giving out. $420 on eBay, huh? Yeah. Well, there you go. This is, for some reason, the January 2002 issue of Rolling Stone is in here with George Harrison on the cover, I guess. I don't know why I would have this, but, you know, it's got George Harrison on the cover of it, so. I'll let my wife look at that. She's a fan. Oh, hey, this is a bunch of phone numbers from when Blaster magazine shut down. I guess everyone who worked there that was getting laid off, we all wrote down our phone numbers and then photocopied them and gave them to everybody. I have the original here with a bunch of people's phone numbers on them. This number, I want to call this number, and it's not gonna happen. But this is T. James Madison's phone number. God damn it! Where is T. James Madison? He's on Usenet somewhere, making it happen. He's the one. It's his fault. All this, not really. Some of it. He's the one who showed me how to use Usenet. He's the one that got me posting to Usenet. There's like a bunch of leaves and shit in here. This is just a pad of paper that clearly had some writing on it at some point because there's scribbles on this upper piece, but not... Okay. This is some Konami stickers that says Hanapu. I can't say I know what that is. I'm tempted to say it's game memorabilia on account of it says Konami right on it, so I will tentatively put it in that bin. Here we have a bunch of cut stickers. I have a roll somewhere also. Oh, these are the ones that we couldn't use. Much like the Soldiers of Fortune stickers. Originally, the magazine we were working on was called Blast, and there was something about the rights to the name that was not right, and so the name had to be changed to Blaster, which it was packed in with sound blasters, and I guess the main investor was Sim Wong Hu of Creative Labs. Win Hanapu Picture Book and Game. That does sound cool. How do I... I was going to do... Well... hang on here. Sometimes I need some user icons to poke out a little bit. So yeah, I have all these Blast stickers. I have a roll of these somewhere too, like the Soldiers of Fortune roll, but these are cut and ready to be used. The head of editorial for and I'll use one of these. I'll use one of these. Every day he would come in and he was wearing a t-shirt. He was like, I say he was an older guy, but I was 19 and Glenn was, I guess he would have been 17. We were always about 2 years apart. And every day, the guy who was running editorial for Blaster and for Morph's Outpost, which was the developer magazine that they were also running before all this, every day he would come in and he'd be wearing like a flannel button-up with it open and like khaki shorts. That's the classic look that I see in my head. And he's got a t-shirt on, usually with nothing on it. He would come in every day and take one of these and just do this and then walk around all day with a fucking sticker stuck to his t-shirt. Maniacal. But he had grayish hair then, so and he seemed like he must have been 40s. In my head, he's like 50 or something at this point, but he probably wasn't actually that old. But he just seemed like this older dude. But again, like we were fucking still teens, so we were total assholes. Glenn more than me. Glenn much more than me. This is an empty binder, it looks like, which is unfortunate, but also it's very fancy. It's a Nintendo Media Kit. But unfortunately, the binder has nothing in it but spider gunk. Gross. But it's very shiny. I don't know if the shiny comes through here, but you could put your schoolwork in this. This doesn't have anything of. I'll put it over here anyway. Here we have more important documents. It's the manual to Amagon for the NES. And the BB Soft Airgun All Lineup for 2000-2001 from Tokyo, is it Marui? Gun makers, airsoft gun makers. Here's an anime lady with a gun. Here, hang on. I mean, I guess I could put chat up on the remote desktop stream, and then I would probably see it better there, huh? I could probably see both at the same time if I did that. Here's the powerful anime air submachine gun and rifle. So yeah, I don't know. It's just a fucking gun catalog, but none of the guns are real. But boy, it sure looks like it. Knight's M4 SR16. Like, it's just like, look at these guns. Here's the G3 series. Like, it's crazy. Here's a FAMAS. Here's a fucking gas. Here's all the gas blowback, which is the good shit. You got to gas them up like a pellet gun, but it when you fucking squeeze off on that thing, it fucking kicks. You shouldn't shoot it empty though. They said don't dry fire it because it's bad for the gun to just blow back, do the gas blowback with nothing in it. So that just meant we had to keep shooting. This will go here with that stuff. Finally, some reading material. Here's Naked Under Our Clothes, the Ed Lover and Dr. Dre book. They were hosts of Yo MTV Raps. Introduction is such a boring way to get into a book. Most people don't even read the damn thing, so we thought we'd rename it. I'm sure Dr. Ruth would like to begin her books with, "Is it in there?" rather than a boring section called Introduction. Right, Ed? Sure, Dre. They talk to each other in this. That's a choice. Dennis Rodman and Madonna. The O.J. Simpson Flea Circus. Excerpt of a Hot 97 interview with Dick Gregory. It's just the two of them on Hot 97 interviewing Dick Gregory. Okay. Well, I have a box full of books that need to go on a bookshelf eventually when I've got a bookshelf again. Yeah, exactly. We didn't have the internet. We had to print this stuff as a good way to sum up books of the 90s. Like us, well, we couldn't start a podcast yet. What the fuck is this? All right, this is a grocery bag with some kind of paperwork in it. It is very carefully folded. It is a magazine of some kind. It says adults only here. It is issue 4 of Answer Me. What the fuck is this? It's like it's a zine. It's a goddamn zine. Full of... What the fuck is this? That's just a cock. All right. All right. I don't know. This looks like it is like very carefully handled in the same way that a lot of the comic books are. And this like folded up in a brown paper bag very neatly like this has a real like this is an Uncle Steve joint. This had to have come from my Uncle Steve. This had to have come. Issue 4 was part of a Yosemite trial. Hey, good to know. Answer Me number 4 going for $250 on eBay. Not for long because they're going to ban the sale of adult fucking content there. So it's in really nice shape. So if it's $250, that's kind of neat. It also looked gross. Oh, hey, it's an issue of While You Were Sleeping. This was the magazine that, like, it was like this and Vice, where it felt like they were kind of coming around at the same time. Is it some of the same people? This one has a cover story on Soleil Moon Frye. Who worked for this? Soleil Moon Frye, Wu-Tang Clan, David Cross, prostitutes, Dogtown, theft. You know, all that cool shit. Issue 17. From when? See, they're smart. They don't write the month on it so that it gets left on the newsstands a lot longer. I can't find a date. But this is like very much in that era of like early Vice. Yeah. Or like, you know, when Vice was like a free... I guess you had to buy Vice if you were not in Canada, right? Or if you're not in Toronto. I don't know why there are... I mean, my grandmother would subscribe me to magazines. Usually it was Mad Magazine and eventually Rolling Stone, I think is I got Rolling Stone for a long time, and I don't really know why. I've saved this 2003 issue of Rolling Stone, apparently, with Britney Spears on the cover. I've also saved this 35th anniversary special. For some reason, those ended up in this bin. I don't really know why. See if those are worth anything, because I am about to throw them away. Here is this is just a big notebook with nothing written in it. Just a big old Mead notebook. Yeah, this just has a bunch of magazines in it, I guess. Oh, is this the fucking GameSpot magazine that we somehow got roped into doing? So here we have, let's see here. Hard to move used Rolling Stones of that era. All right, well, it's getting thrown out. Goodbye. The top 25 beats ever and the producers who made them. Here we go. Murder, Inc. That's right, Ja Rule and all his friends. What a the ultimate supergroup here on the cover of the Source. They gave something 5 mics in this issue. Well, we've got to save that. It's another issue of While You Were Sleeping. This has an article on the Donnas in it. Ah, the Donnas. Ads for a Sahara Hot Nights album. Well, we've got to save that. I've got a whole box for magazines. Oh, here we go. The World's Most Dangerous Supergroup. It's G-Unit. Everyone knows it. Double XL certainly knew it. The world is, there it is. Young Buck, 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks. And now today, today, still huge. The 3 of them. Running hip-hop. Just running hip-hop. Mike went bad? Huh. Well, I don't know what to do about that. Check, check, check. I don't see anything here on this end that indicates a problem. Frames dropped and the audio went bad. I bet it's I bet that's just network conditions or something, right? Dropped frames 375 over here on the stream machine. Did that change anything? No? Okay. Then we will remote into this other machine and try this. Okay. Now we're on this other microphone. Now I'm on this microphone. Now we can LL Cool J this shit. Now we can Ken Kennedy this business. Kennedy! I don't know. But how does this, yeah, I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot of mic noise coming off this thing, and this thing doesn't reach. So I need to know how this sounds when I get far away from it. And I do have a mic stand around here somewhere. I'm going to try and set this here for now, though, and walk away from it. And I could probably toggle back to the other microphone, and maybe it'll just work now. Sounds fine when you are far. Hang it from above. Yeah, maybe I could do that eventually, but let's... I need a place to set this. I'm going to set it on this chair, so now it's down a little low. And I'm going to walk over here, and you tell me how it sounds. Does this still sound acceptable? I think I could turn the mic up if it needed to be. Quiet but okay? All right, well... I think I can turn up the mic. How's that? I believe I've turned the mic all the way up. Loud, worse. Okay, but now, what if I set it over here with it turned all the way up and then get far away? Is it all just line noise and electrical nonsense? Does it just sound like total shit? This, there's a buzzing. There's a buzzing. Sounds good. Bit buzzy. Okay. Here's a 989 Studios pen. Slight echo. Yeah, I mean, you know. Does it work? Probably. Probably never been used. I could probably put this up. Okay, I'm gonna go find that mic stand and. You know, a mic stand. Hopefully this is the right... Okay, this is going to get loud. Okay, I'm going to turn this back down now that I'm picking this up. Hopefully this is the right... Oh yeah, this looks good. Okay. Too low. All right, I'll turn it back up, but I wanted to turn it down while I screw it onto the stand. Is that the Elgato mic? Yes, it is. It's my backup. So this is about 2 notches down from the top. Maybe that eliminates some of the buzz. But also, I'm going to move around a little bit. So now that I'm turned away from the microphone, is it bad? I guess. Oh, I thought that was things falling that I didn't want to fall. It's good. Okay, cool. All right, good. I thought maybe the webcam mic could be the right choice, but if this thing ends up being good, then that's good. This is a Super NT, or rather a analog Super NT box with the 8-bit DOE box inside the box. Little laggy, yeah. We're getting a little AV sync here out of it. Okay, here's a question: the background hum. Is this mic just so good that it's picking up the fluorescence? Did that solve the hum? So the mic's just too good. Okay. Well, you get to hear the hum of the lights, I guess, because it's too fucking dark in here. Or, I mean, it's not too bad. Well, it'll be hard for me to show you stuff. But, what was it, 9:15? All right. We'll go a little bit longer. This is the box for an analog Super NT that I have inside somewhere. This is a sealed other Super NT because I ended up... I should get rid of that. That didn't work at all. It was a beautiful plan, though. The hum isn't bad. I mean, you know, I'm hearing the hum. So what? I mean, think about it less as you're hearing a hum and think about it as it's real. Because I hear that hum. Here's a manual for DOS 3 for the Atari. For that computer I had over somewhere. Boot errors. How to use the help function. More magazines. Here's a special collector's edition. Sure. Oh, awesome! I didn't know I had this. I should see. It's a Simpsons issue of the Rolling Stone. Again. Here's something weird. This is the June 2003 issue 0 of Polygon. The magazine. So this is when they announced that. So, you know, everyone, it was known that those guys were putting together a website, right? They had some dumb URL, like fake URL for it before it came out or whatever, right? So when they said, hey, we've got our website and we're called Polygon, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? There was a magazine in 2003 called Polygon. Why would you name it after that? And I don't know, maybe the rights on this expired. This is not related to the current website. But at the time I was just like, what? Why would you? I believe Brendan Sinclair wrote for this. Dane Baker, Jeff Lundgren, John Gaudiosi. Yeah, Brendan Sinclair, Jaunty Davies, Walt Wyman, Scott Ivey. They've got anime ads in here. They've got a picture of an N-Gage in here. They've got Silent Hill 3 information in here. So yeah, I don't know. That's it was all at the time, and you know, who the fuck remembers. I don't know how long this lasted. This is issue 0, so this must have been some preview issue they did. I bet Frank Cifaldi has this already, but I'm going to set it aside in case he wants it. This is a cool jacket. I wish I had this jacket. Look at this jacket. Look at this. It's a fuzzy. It's like a bumblebee. Look at this. Look at this. Oh. Oh, man. Look at that jacket. Whew. Any more pictures of this jacket in here? Nope. Yep. No, here's one, but it's not. It's small. Rat magazines. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this looks terrible. So we did a deal, and by we, it's not me. Like, I had no part in this. I just worked there, man. But the royal we, I guess. Is my name in this? Hey, my name's in this. Mojo Media, which was a company run by Joe Funk, who was part of the leadership at EGM at a point, and then was no longer there, I guess, by 2001 to 2002. Okay, this is the hand I had in this. This ad on the back is the one thing I had. I had a hand in, probably. And so Joe Funk approached us and said, hey, we're doing these like one-off print magazines. You have all this content on the internet. What if we took some of it and put it in a magazine and put it on shelves? Wouldn't that be cool? And so they took a bunch of GameSpot writing and just threw it in a magazine format and sold it on newsstands for $7. But it's just like look at it, it says like over 50 pages of new game previews, 800 screens from 200 games. I feel like if you're advertising the number of screenshots you've got, like, fucking who cares? I guess people cared, right? I mean, here's a letter from the editor from Joe Fielder that I bet is not even something that he wrote specifically for this. It was just a column that he had written. The history of Metal Gear Solid is in here. Who wrote this originally? Is this a Frank Provo feature that got turned into text? Does it have a byline on it at all? By Brad Shoemaker. How about that? There you go. That guy. That's right. Yes, this is maybe the only copy, because this history of Metal Gear feature got fucking destroyed in a site redesign, but here I have it in magazine form. And yeah, so, it's like some review scores and just like 64-bit finally bites it. Nintendo had some revolutionary games, but now it's time to say goodbye. I can't imagine anyone at GameSpot wrote any of that. That's got to be copy that the people putting this thing together generated. Also, are there no ads in this? There are no ads in this, which is like, that's kind of cool, but like, come on, there are no ads in this. It's like screenshots of the fucking GameSpot message boards. Like, N64 owners, are you going to buy a GameCube? Like, just the... and they had a team of people that were just slapping this stuff together. This is funny. Yeah. So, I mean, they've got a masthead, like a proper magazine. You can see the Game Cop is in here. Brad's name is not in here because I think Brad was freelance when he did that. Amir, Trey Walker, Sam Parker, Vince, Nicole Freeman, who was like managing editor. I was apparently executive editor of video games. Ricardo was there by this point. We hired Ricardo after Game Center got shut down. Miguel Lopez and Gerald were there. Shane Soderfield was there at this point. This is a solid crew. Shahed was there. Shahed did news for a while. He was fucking real good. This is a fucking... So here's my actual contribution to this thing. At some point they said, hey, we're going to give you pages in some magazines because CNET had a deal with a handful of magazines. And what do we do for the ads for it? And I was like, well, what if we had a guy and then he had a magazine, like a sandwich board on him, and then we just wrote different stuff on it. So everyone had a different thing on it, but I think this was the one I came up with. And it's just a GameSpot ad. I mean, that's not me in the ad. I said, what if we wrote "No one can stop Mr. Domino" on the thing? And people went, okay. All right, hip hop. You know what I mean? Oh wait, there's oh hey, cool. It's a Sony Ibo catalog. Or look at those robot legs. Am I right? Woo! So this is just like a pamphlet they would give out at the store if you wanted to know more details on the Ibo. You know, in Japan. Here is Transformers #2. This is a great cover. Look at these guys. Fucking Mirage and Prowl and Jazz just doing shit. Looking good doing it. Woo! 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 Okay, magazines. Eminem, 50 Cent, Dr. Dre. Money, power, and respect. 2003's most anticipated LPs. Suge gets bagged. Oh no, not Suge. R. Kelly, Chocolate Factory, his brand new album featuring the hit single Ignition. Man, that guy's gonna go far. Here's this pull quote. You'll get Nelly and the St. Lunatics a lot, but we all just the St. Lunatics, says Murphy Lee of the St. Lunatics. Okay, Murphy Lee. Yeah, you're all just the St. Lunatics. It's not Nelly and the St. Lunatics. You're all just the St. Lunatics. It's just D12. It's just D12. Eminem, what? Who? It's just all just D12. I'm not sure that I can show this. So we would go to Japan, and sometimes you just buy magazines because, and you can't read them, and you're just looking at them and go, just something about a magazine will jump out at you. I need to probably not show this because I bet there's naked ladies in it somewhere because I feel like all Japanese. Oh no, this is all just streetwear. This is just a catalog. Look at this stuff. God damn it. So this is the April 2002 issue, April 4th, 2002 issue of Street Jack. Street Jack. Clean 4 in Scoot Town. There's a Honda scooter ad on the back here. So this is, they got, look at this phone ad. Look at this phone, it's got GPS. And he's just like, I'm in a bubble. And down here it says GPS. That show well? I could hold this better, I guess. This camera is a good angle for standing, but not great for showing. Here's some guys wearing stuff. These are like, we're wearing clothes. You could buy these. And then over here, it's just, here's a backpack and some fucking Nikes and... Devilock Spring Style. Hunky Dory. What? Oh, hey, here we go. Supreme. Maybe you've heard of them. This is kind of awesome. Let's all start dressing like it was fucking April 2002 Japan. Oh, look at these. These are pretty good. These are pretty good. It's a pretty good shirt. That skull. Bunch of vapes and shit. Jack Music Countdown. Keyword 1. Mongol 800. Keyman. Rip Slime. I've heard of Rip Slime. And Dragon Ash. I've heard of Dragon Ash. Herman H. and Peacemakers. That's just cool. That's just a useful artifact. You never know when you're going to need to know what did people look like. Oh, hey, a Windows XP product key. The disk is not in here, but the product key is. I bet one of these 5 different machines over here that are in pieces is probably... I'm not going to show my Windows XP product key on stream. I'm not crazy. But I am going to throw it away. Am I? Yes. No, I'm throwing this out. What the fuck? Why would I... Another cool Japanese magazine. This is March 3rd, 2002 issue of Arcadia. It says they have mistranslated Metal Slug on the cover of this, and it just says Metal Slag 4, which is very good. Which is very good. King of Route 66 ad right on the inside cover. Here's just a bunch of cool Neo Geo shit. This is a poster? Got a poster? Yeah, we got a poster in here. Looks like a King of Fighters poster, maybe? Metal Slag. Strategic Accelerator. This appears to be strategy for... that would be CVS 1 or CVS 2. A Capcom versus SNK game for sure. Here's some Virtua Fighter 4 techniques and tactics. I'm guessing. Long Run Games Booster, Tetris the Absolute. Some fucking Tetris tips for that ass. That's cool. Oh, here's just an ad for a place. G-Front. Hey, it's an ad for G-Front. G-Front is where I bought a bunch of my CPS2 boards and a lot of Neo Geo cartridges. They were a place in Akihabara that probably still sells arcade boards. This is cool. Oh, huh. This is a Virtua Fighter 4 press kit containing the Marvel Comics Virtua Fighter comic book, limited edition 50,000. March 11th, 2002. Sega delivers Knockout Blow with Virtua Fighter 4 for PlayStation 2. World-renowned developer Yu Suzuki reignites 3D fighting genre. VF4 is real good. VF4 is a great game. VF5, also a great game. For me, that's where that series really got just fucking incredible. Like VF1 and 2, I don't like 3. I really don't like 3 at all. I didn't. The dodge button I thought just sucked. And you know, 1 was like an amazing technical showpiece that was like cool, but I never played that much of it because it was $1 to play it. And VF2 was amazing at the time, but I don't know. I didn't get super into it. But man, VF4, it probably doesn't hurt that VF4 was coming out right around the time that I was going to Japan a lot, and so I got to go play it in arcades against people, and that was just super neat to be able to do. And then this is, what do we have here? Another issue of While You Were Sleeping, The Art of Corey Feldman, Exhibit, The Hells Angels, Hackers. This is some kind of Sega documents from TGS, I'm guessing, on account of there's a bunch of Japanese on the front here. And on the back as well. Some phone numbers. You want to give Sega a call. What are we looking at here? Street Snap EG, Hitachi Software and Sega. It's a photo booth. The Maze of the Kings. which is a gun game from Sega and Hitmaker. All right, let's set these over here as we go through them. Bingo party! Look at this thing! Look at this crazy shit. ...2002. So, February 2002 is what it says on here. Soul Surfer. I don't know that I've ever seen a Soul Surfer, but it looks like from the people that brought you Top Skater. Soul Surfer. Naomi 2. Sega Rosso developed. Initial D arcade state. Oh, that's pretty good. So these are pretty cool fucking arcade flyers. From, I guess this 2000, it must have been the year I went to an arcade show. Oinori Daimyojin. Oh, look at this elaborate fucking rip-off machine. Looks like like a lot of these are just like, redemption machines, just real crazy, elaborate devices. Invest in a high-res scanner. I'm just going to give all this to someone who has a high-res scanner. That's my plan for this. I have a decent scanner. Here's the Lupin the Third, the typing. The typing Lupin game. That probably came out in arcades. The Typing of the Dead came out in arcades. Yeah, SegaAM.com. So yeah, this is for an arcade game. From the minds that brought you Typing of the Dead. I think once they got Typing of the Dead cabinets out there in some form, they were like, well, let's make another typing game. Some places have the stuff. I assume that came out. I guess that's the other part, is like, I don't know if any of this shit actually came out. Oh, so this is the craziest shit. You want to go to this is I hope Japan is still like this. In my heart, I know Japan has to still be like this because, man, but I know a lot of arcades have closed and stuff like that. This is World Cup Champion Football Serie A 2001-2002. Look at this. This is you walk into a room and it's just this. This is the machine. It's like 8 fucking sit-down kiosks, and you can buy cards and put them down on the thing. And maybe I assume that that's what this one is, but I know they make other ones where you do definitely buy cards and put them down on the table in front of you, and you have your own individual screen, and then the soccer game is happening up on the big screen, and you're like betting, but you're not really betting with real money. It's just like, yeah, okay, there's a picture of a trading card in the corner. So yeah, you're buying trading cards and building a deck or something, I guess, and putting that stuff down as well, in that similar format of just like, and you get off the elevator, because every arcade is like 5 fucking floors, and up at the top is Virtua Fighter, and then what's in between there is like, who can say, and you're looking for the fighting game floor that's not just Virtua Fighter but everything else, and you get off and you just walk out, and it's like all those horse racing things and just dudes just sitting there chain smoking, fucking doing that shit, and you're just like, you just slowly back onto the elevator and just disappear. Here's another coin catcher looking thing but it's a Galaxy Express 999 coin catcher thing, I guess. I don't even know. This doesn't even look branded. This just looks like, hey man, I don't know. We made one of these things. You want a redemption machine for your arcade? We got them. Here's a flyer for UFO Catcher 7. I thought 6 was a little bit better, honestly, but 7. A lot of people got way into 7 because it went from 2D to 3D and went polygonal and all that other stuff. And I think it's just, kids like 7, right? But like everyone knows that 6 is the really good one. Okay, AOU 2002 is where this came from, because that's what it says here in the notes about everything they're showing at AOU 2002. I don't know if this is like addendums or what this is, but this is just like a bunch of details about Soul Surfer and all this other stuff. The Maze of the Kings press release. That's all in Japanese, baby. All right. Setting this aside for someone else, hopefully, to take a look at. I would not be opposed to scanning this stuff. I just don't think my scanner is very good, and I'm not great at calibrating a scanner and all that other stuff. So I know there are people better. I need to not bend these pages, though, sliding this back in here. I just want good high-quality scans of some of this stuff, honestly, because some of it's pretty silly looking. That's cool, though. See, that's the stuff I'm glad I hung on to, because who the hell kept a fucking AOU 2002 Sega press kit? Sony Computer Entertainment, Inc. PlayStation 2. It's got a bunch of monkeys on it. And there's a disc in here. Oh, interesting. Okay. So here we have a Dark Chronicle demo. Demo disc. 11/28/2002 on sale. And then we've got a couple of pamphlets. Sony Computer Entertainment Software, Formula 1 2002. I guess that's Zide Jumbo. Dark Chronicle, multiple pages on Dark Chronicle in here. Little Dark Cloud for you. Arc the Lad. Let's set this stuff down so we can flip through this a little bit faster. And then I'll probably wrap it up around 10. Japanese Sly Cooper. I don't know what this is. It's very good, though. Pointy's Poin. Sweet Flavor. I've heard of the name of that before, I believe, on account of it's ridiculous. Oh, here's a Space Fisherman. What is the full name of this? It's not. It says Space Fisherman under it, but the art is. I recognize the art, and I can't remember the name of the game, but that's that thing. Train Simulator Real. Look at this guy. He's got a picture of a dude wearing headphones. You know the voice work is real in this thing. Look at those trains. Look at those fucking trains. Formula 1 2002. Mega Hits and PlayStation 2 The Best lineup. Extermination, GT3, Everybody's Golf 3, Parappa the Rapper 2, Ka, Peepasaro 2001, Dark Cloud, Eco, and so on and so forth. What else we got in here? PlayStation BB Navigator updated. Version 0.20. Hell yeah. I'm going to navigate the shit out of things on a PlayStation BB online game. PlayStation 2, PlayStation BB unit. You know, it's the broadband unit, the BB unit. Game channel, Everybody's Golf and such. Music channel, photo channel, movie channel. So, you know. And then this is just a piece of laminated looking, feeling... This is just a piece of wiggly plastic. Here's your ASMR for the... This is the first Ratchet and Clank. You see they got kind of some stuff here. And then Japanese Ratchet. Japanese Ratchet, always a treat. Cool. All right, let's put this back in the envelope it came in and carefully set it next to that Sega stuff so that it can go somewhere else. Pointy's Poin. Here's the instructions for Mousetrap for the Atari 2600. Mousetrap is the most underrated of the Buckner and Garcia songs on the Pac-Man Fever album. If you're asking me, and you are, Mousetrap is the song. That's the one that still stands out. Not Going Berserk, not Froggy's Lament, not Do the Donkey Kong. Mousetrap. All right, this is probably our last stack here. Well, we'll see. We'll probably make it through pretty fast. This is the instruction manual for the Game Tech TV Day Advance, which was a weird box that you bolted onto a GBA. It was basically replaced the whole back of the GBA, and you slid a ribbon cable into it to put TV out into a GBA. And you had to basically get this really narrow, fucking hard to bend ribbon cable. We destroyed one trying to install it. The second one got in there, but it looked like shit. And we eventually got like a Wide Boy or whatever from Nintendo, and didn't fucking need one of these pieces of garbage anymore. Yeah. That's another blast sticker. I've already pulled so many of them. This is just leaves and shit. Some of this stuff was up by the door, and so some stuff got blown in with it. Game Genie, Super NES Code Update, Volume 1, Number 2, Batman Returns, Best of the Best, Cybernator, Final Fantasy 2 alternate codes. Because, if they do a revision of the cart, then the codes stop working. Populous. Your population starts at 30 for battles 5 through 9. Here's a Link to the Past manual. This is a map of some kind. What the fuck? This looks very familiar, but I can't place it because I need to unfold it and see what it actually is. Square, 1992. Oh, here you go. The best in the series. Your friends at Squaresoft. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Everyone's favorite. $26. Pazuzu's Tower. $25. Windia. 4. Sand Temple. Here we've got a World Heroes for the SNES manual. Here we've got a They Might Be Giants sticker from the, what is this? This is after John Henry. This is like, that's some late era. Well, not late era. I mean, they're still going, right? But Genesis Game Genie Volume 2, Number 3. Ren and Stimpy Show presents Stimpy's Invention. Volume 1, Number 3 of the SNES Guide. Volume 2, Number 1. See, they started in color. They're like, look at these nice manuals. But by the time they get to Volume 2 for the SNES, they're like, fuck it. Volume 2, Number 2. This has got all the ActRaiser 2 codes you could ever want. Code update, Super NES Special, 50 more games. Bonus, more Street Fighter 2 codes. What are the bonus more Street Fighter 2 codes? Let's find out. Soul Blazer. Always fight Ryu. Player dies after getting hit by 2 blows. Both players start with 1/4 energy. Player 1 starts with no energy. 1 hit and he's dead. Super NES Code Update, Volume 1, Number 1. Genesis Code Update, Volume 1, Number 3. What do we got in here? These extra bonus code update order form. Tucked into that one. Let's set the stuff aside and just get through these Game Genie things because I'm going to set them all. Okay, all right. That's all the Game Genie stuff. Set that aside. Here we have the instruction manual for a Sega Saturn and the stickers that came with a Sega Saturn. Unstuck, but pretty beat up. Stickers. Here is the manual for Interstate 76, a real classic. This is the this would appear to be a lenticular thing for ID4. You might know it as Independence Day. And on the back here it says, the success of Independence Day has gone beyond anything we could have imagined. We knew that we were creating a very special film and are pleased it has struck a chord with such a vast audience. Now, in the years to come, we hope you and those close to you will have the opportunity to enjoy this film over and over again. Signed, Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich. Not actual signatures. Not actual signatures. Highly collectible. Highly collectible. I'm going to throw this away. If you enjoyed the challenge of Zelda or Secret of Mana, you're in for a whole new adventure. This is like it's a coupon for Illusion of Gaia. It's like an ad for Illusion of Gaia. This probably fell out of a magazine, like fell out of a Nintendo Power or something like that, I'm guessing. It's like this weird, like, die cut thing. That's strange. Oh, this still has the DVD. Take Free, Autumn Issue, Nintendo 2002. This guy's face cracks me up. I don't know why. He's just having a good time with the GameCube. What do we got? We got Star Fox Adventures. Eternal Darkness, 6,800 yen. Let's Mario Party. Let's Mario Party. Mario Party 4. The Legend of Zelda GC. You know, it's for GameCube. We don't know what we're going to call it. Here's Biohazard 0, 7,800 yen. Metroid Prime. You got your Biohazard 2. You got your Biohazard 3. You got your One Piece. You got your Mr. Driller Drill Land. You got your Phantasy Star Online episode 1 and 2. You got your baseball. Whose baseball is this? Konami. That's Konami's baseball game. What is that? That's Pro Yaku Spirits? Is that what that is? Here's, what is this? This is your Skies of Arcadia. This is your Monkey Ball. You got your Kinniku Man. You got your UFC Tap Out Final Spec. What is this? I'm glad they put Final Spec on the end of the name to give it like some extra. Oh, WrestleMania X8. Disney Sports Skateboarding. Anime soccer game of some kind. Another anime soccer game of some kind. A board game of some kind. A golf game of some kind. Zoids Versus, 18-wheeler, Tetris Whirls. There's a DVD in here. Sealed, baby. Ah, the Q. What a cool fucking console. So shiny. I should have bought a Q. And so this is just a big list of fucking games. I assume... Oh, then we get into the GBA stuff. You got Starfy, you got Kirby. Okay. That's cool. There's a DVD in here. I should probably open that up and rip it. Autumn issue 2002. I'm guessing this is TGS era. I'm guessing this is TGS era. I'm going to set this over here and take that DVD. Actually, I got some other rippables over there. And then, don't forget, the Ultimate Super Group. The World's Most Dangerous Group. It's G-Unit. And then this issue of Future Music with the Akai MPC 1000 on the cover. I would buy these occasionally, mostly just for the samples and to just read some reviews of some gear and then never do anything with any of it. Look at this guy here. Look at this fucking guy. Oh, I got me a trumpet. It's a trumpet. Thank you. Oh, inside is a pull-out issue of Music Talk. Here's a lady holding a keyboard. Very cool. All right. Well, what time is it? We got a little bit, I think there's a few more random magazines in here that I can sort through before we go. I don't know if there'll be anything that interesting in here. I feel like Double XL was just, at some point, just Eminem was on the cover of every issue. Here's an issue of The Source with the West Side Connection on it from when they were putting out their... I guess this is probably when they were putting out their second album. 2004, yeah. Here is the September 2003 issue of Wired, where they're talking about synthetic diamonds. Surprise! Synthetic diamonds are about to transform computing, too. Did they? $5 a carat. Flawless. Made in a lab. The new diamond age. Boy, it really seems like whoever runs diamonds sure stopped that from being as big of a deal as you would think. They came from the digital underground. Now they rule the music industry. Super producers. Thanks, Wired. Super producers. Timbaland, The Neptunes, Butch Vig, Dan the Automator, and more. That's a weird list. And then, yeah, at some point we started getting a bunch of magazines at the office, and so this came to Tim Tracy. I guess Tim Tracy at some point was just getting issues of 17 sent to him somehow. Worldwide exclusive, Britney Spears. The Things I Did Weren't Very Cool. Mind Games Guys Play. It's a tampon ad. It's a picture of Mike Myers. Free stuff for teens. Ooh. Are you America's sweetheart? Let's make a real girl our role model. 17 is looking for motivated girls who work hard to improve the lives of others while maintaining a 3.0 GPA. If this sounds like you or someone you know, enter our contest. Are you a spiritual person? Britney Spears. Yeah. I'm just searching right now. I grew up being Baptist, and I started traveling the world. It's so weird. Sometimes you wish you had that naiveness to stay with one religion and go with it. But after seeing the world and seeing all these different religions out there, who's to say that I'm right, and who's to say that they're right? Wow. 17. Do you feel like you're constantly being pulled in different directions? Britney Spears. It's a sticky situation in my life right now. It's really about creating a balance. I've been doing this since I was a young girl, and you do always have people around you telling you what to do. They're looking out for your best interests, and you understand that. But where do you draw the line and say what you really want to do? I think a lot of the things I've done that seem absurd were out of rebellion and out of wanting to break free. I know that sounds weird. Can't live in a prison. And then the follow-up question. What's that? You feel like you live in a prison? Well, sometimes, yeah. Do you ever get a chance to be alone? Recently, I don't like being around a lot of people. I went through a stage after my last tour when I felt like I couldn't be around crowds much. I was kind of hibernating. In a weird way, it was like I felt like I couldn't express myself. Then all of a sudden, I had this burst of rebellion like, I'm going to do what I want to do. But now lately, I've been in this real inside myself mode. I like to be alone. Okay. Here's the 2004 Schomer Tech catalog for law enforcement and military equipment. If you're looking for some Gore-Tex hoods or some sniper face masks, some of these you got to submit a purchase order from a law enforcement form to get. If you want a federal agent hat, you might just be able to get that. I don't know. Ultraviolet thief detection powder. Hey, man. You got any thief detection powder? Telephone privacy filter. Telephone bug smasher. Book safe. British bobby whistle. The Investigator's Little Black Book 3. GI can openers. Wet fire tinder pack. Railroad stock certificates. Old-timey handcuffs. You know. What do you know, hey, let's get some leg cuffs and just see what happens, right? Hey. Photo sniper camera. Maybe, you know, do you really need to just, I mean, it's a camera with a big lens on it and you got kind of a stabilization, you know, but do you need to call it a sniper thing? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Okay. It's just another issue of Rolling Stone that I'm throwing away, and I think that's where we're gonna call it. If someone offered me $1 million for everything in the garage, would I take it? Yes, I think so. I don't think there's $1 million worth of stuff in the garage. And with that kind of money, I could replace the stuff that I actually would want. You know, the stuff like this, the memorabilia stuff, the stuff I'm setting aside, like a lot of that sort of stuff is going to get out of here. That's why I'm boxing it up, is to get it somewhere else. Whether it's like a charity type situation or a museum type situation or something like that. You know, we'll see, but But yes, I don't believe that there is $1 million worth of anything in here. There would be some stuff that I would like to continue to own for sure, but this is a lot of. I mean, I guess all my Xbox 360 discs and PS2 discs and like a lot of my game, like almost all of my video games are out here. Almost all of my like physical cartridges, like basically like my full collection is here with the exception of there's some PS4 stuff inside. I've got a PS2 in there and just a handful of other, like my Saturn is in there and some other stuff like that. But generally speaking, all of the video games are out here, all like, what was it, 10,000 of them? So yeah, all that stuff's out there. So yes, if someone came through and said, I'll give you $1 million for all this stuff, like, yes, it'd be foolish not to take it because I could rebuy all of this stuff probably 5 times over. Assuming I could find it. I mean, those Alan Havey glasses are irreplaceable. Anyway, we're, working on site stuff. Putting things together there. A lot of Jeff Baclar making deals, baby. No, we're kind of planning E3 stuff and kind of planning out, the kind of next stuff, and that's going to be kind of a multi-pronged approach to it. It's not as simple as just like, or I don't want it to be as simple as let's just hire some people to fill the roles that we need filled and keep going the way we've been going. It's got to change. It's got to be more. It's got to be different. And so, what we've been doing is talking to people about kind of coming on and, we're kind of taking pitches in a sense in almost like a freelance capacity. And that's something I think when we get our feet under us a little bit better, we'll want to open up to more people, so that's the sort of thing that, if you're out there and you've got some good pitches for videos and a platform, all that sort of stuff, maybe at some point we'll talk or whatever. But yeah, so we're kind of talking to a handful of people about the early stages of that. And then, also figuring out like, what do we need internally just to kind of keep things going with what we're doing now and kind of what does that look like on the other end of it and all that sort of stuff. And, it's kind of nice in a weird way because we get to really rethink all of it. I've always said, all the time, like, hey, all this stuff is on the table. If we've got better ideas, we can change stuff out. And, we would change stuff up here and there, but really, we came to a lot of those decisions because a lot of those formats worked, right? Like we did Quick Looks because Quick Looks was a format that made a lot of sense. But the thing I always said is like, if we had something better than Quick Looks, we should do that instead or whatever, or something that was more efficient or better for you or better for us or both ideally. And so this really gives us kind of a stop and just kind of really think about what that reset looks like and what's a sane thing for us to be doing in 2021. And, it's not to say like we're going to hit July or whatever and and suddenly everything will be completely different or anything like that. It's all stuff that's going to kind of come in over time, right? So we're kind of moving in a direction now, and there's some cool stuff floating around now that, I hope we line that stuff up. Some people that I've wanted to do some stuff with for a little bit, and all that. And yeah, I think if this stuff kind of comes to fruition, it'll be some cool shit, and we'll be able to do some neat stuff and kind of see how it all goes. Right. And it's all open, I guess is the point. And that feels good in a lot of ways. Being able to kind of really kind of rewrite some of this stuff and take some chances, kind of be forced into this situation where it's like, all right, let's take some risks. Let's do some shit. Let's break some stuff and, we'll do some stuff that people will hate. We'll do some stuff that people will love. It'll, we'll figure it out as we go. There's a general plan in place, and I know certain aspects of it will absolutely work. But then there's that room for like, well, let's shoot for the fucking moon a little bit more and try and do something a little weirder. And I think over the course of the next several months, we'll be able to kind of get rolling on some of that stuff. And I think before too long here, you'll kind of start to see some of that stuff happen. I think, I say that because it's like contracts, all this other stuff, right? But but that stuff's in motion and it feels cool. And then along the way, we're kind of figuring out E3 stuff, what that's going to look like, and booking guests, and where are we shooting that, and are we, because originally that was the whole reason I was cleaning this out, and then as I said earlier, like that stuff sort of changed. But we'll be talking over, I think, a lot of the key press conferences and events and stuff. We'll be a little choosy. I think we're gonna pick the ones that we think actually will be cool. Because I think there's gonna be some events along the way that are gonna be like not all that game related and stuff like that, or more sponsory focused or something like that. I don't know. E3 just seems like, not even E3, just like that month, that chunk of time, whatever is E3, whatever's the external events around it and all that stuff. Like, it's still a mess, I think, is the short version of it. So, it's weird, and I think Keeley gave a quote about his thing saying, oh yeah, like we're announcing it 3 weeks out because it's a digital event and you can announce stuff super late. And that's absolutely true. And it's led to the situation where it's hard to plan for it because everything's getting announced super late. And I've wormed my way into information about some of the other stuff that's coming, that hasn't been announced yet. And, I think there's going to be some cool stuff. Drive down to LA and back and then stream E3 from home. That's, you'll probably get that. You'll probably get something like that. At least one of those drives here pretty soon. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot and it's all kind of happening all at once, right? It's this like, personally and professionally, it's just all fucking crazy. It's like we're going through this change and working on this new stuff, and then E3 is coming down the pipe, and then here at home I've got everything going on. We're gonna have another baby. It's exciting. It's fucking crazy. It's so cool. Like I was saying earlier, like we felt kicks and stuff. I finally, my wife's been feeling kicks for a while. Like fucking keeps her up all night. Yeah, feeling kicks on that stuff. And my daughter's now 22 months, something like that, coming up on 2 here. And she's just out of her mind in the best way. And that's super fun too. So yeah, it's just, there's all kinds of stuff happening. It's, it don't stop. I guess that's the thing. It's like 10:15, and that means I should probably go to bed because it don't stop. I'm going to go wash all this gunk off my hands from touching all these old fucking magazines. Everyone hang in there. Have a good time. Take care of yourselves. Today's Thursday, so we'll do a show tomorrow. I think I'm going to check out Tower Unite. Vectroid was talking about that, played a little bit of it the other night, and I was like, oh, that looks fucking cool as shit. I should grab that. And so I grabbed that, and we'll take a look at that. Yeah, is there anyone... What's going on online? Sandra's playing Sekiro. Why don't you go over there? Wait, how do I... Hang on. Hang on. Did I... All right. Just gotta hit this raid button. Just go over there, say hi, have a good time. I'll see you soon. Now I gotta remote desktop into 9 different computers to shut all this shit down. So you're gonna go raid someone else, but I have to turn all this stuff off. All right. Have a good Thursday or Friday or wherever the hell you are. Saturday is the 23rd. Maybe there'll be some... Or Sunday's the 23rd. Maybe there'll be some more KLF stuff this month. Who knows? See you soon. Okay. This is... Now I gotta... Okay. Remote desktop. Over here, this one stops the stream. This is the one that stops the stream. Hi. If you're still seeing this, you're watching the archive probably. Or you're still here. I don't even know. How does it all work? Bye.